live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. Ready to bring you the top stories at home and around the world. I'm Charita Vinupurarachi.
And I'm Kasuni Balachandra Adhikari. We start off with a look at your headlines of tonight. A highest economic growth rate is predicted after 7 years. India grants credit relief worth $100 million. Prime Minister Modi will visit Sri Lanka. The program to make an axis of research, development and commercial begins. Health authorities say that the virus identified in China is a normal influenza virus. 3 months deadline to remove the unnecessary decorations in public transport buses. Wildfires wreak havoc in the USA.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka points out that the year 2025 will pave the way for a stronger economic trend.
An economic growth rate of 5% is expected within this year, and the inflation may remain at 5%. Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe, revealed these facts, launching the policy agenda for the year 2025.
The broad policy agenda the Central Bank is proposing for the current year and the period ahead. Obviously, this is a dynamic plan, so we are always willing to revise based on the circumstances. This is a key aspect of the bank's communication strategy, also aimed at enhancing bank's transparency and accountability to all stakeholders. So Sri Lanka, as you all know, has made a significant recovery after enduring its worst economic crisis in history. So the macroeconomic stability that was restored through decisive policy actions and collective resolve has laid the foundation for a stronger, more resilient economy. Leveraging on the stability achieved, the country is making notable progress by continuing with the economic reform agenda, strengthening its economic buffers, institutions and governance, and building overall resilience for potential headwinds that we might face at any time in the future. We never know. So significant progress was made on the fronts, importantly for the government, the front of debt restructuring, as well as the extended fund facility arrangement with the IMF. Faster than expected recovery in domestic economic activity was supported by renewed business and consumer confidence, as we have seen already. General price levels have adjusted down following a period of high inflation, adjust down marginally with the deflation situation, enabling the continuation of easy monetary policy stance. That's our main key responsibility. External buffers have been built to a certain extent, supported by improved foreign exchange inflows amidst the flexible exchange rate regime. That's our monetary policy framework. A notable improvement in the fiscal sector performance also is supporting fiscal policy, was also witnessed along with the efforts to enhance support extended to poor and the vulnerable, those who are the most affected due to the crisis. Financial system stability was reinforced through the strengthening of the regulatory framework and improved risk management and monitoring. These achievements are outcomes of the continued commitment and perseverance and the sacrifices made by all stakeholders of the economy. More importantly, these measures have helped restore investor confidence and set the platform for longer-term transformation of the economy. While broad-based stability has been achieved, focus going forward would be on fostering sustained growth, which requires driving innovation, enhancing productivity, maintaining a strong commitment to implementing structural reforms, and encouraging greater stakeholder collaboration without compromising hard-earned stability. The Central Bank, as our mandate, in keeping with our mandate as stipulated in the Central Bank of Sri Lanka Act, will commit to maintaining domestic price stability, the first objective, and the securing financial system stability, thereby playing a leading role in creating an enabling environment for all stakeholders of the economy to thrive. So this year marks an important year for the Central Bank. It's going to be 75th anniversary. The focus and efforts will be increasingly directed towards in this year theme, in the 75th year, is to maintain stability for prosperity. That is the theme that we are going to talk about. So with this initial preamble, now With the notable deceleration of headline inflation and subsequent deflation that we have seen recently, inflation targets, our mandate, the commitment, was breached on the lower margin for 2 consecutive quarters in the second and third quarters of 2024. Such inflation target miss continued in the final quarter of 2024 as well. Accordingly, as agreed on the monetary policy framework agreement that we have signed with the Minister of Finance, Central Bank submitted a report to the Honorable Minister of Finance to be submitted to the Parliament. The report includes the reasoning for deviation from inflation of the target, the remedial actions taken, and estimate of the time period within which the inflation target could be achieved. This all on the basis of the new Central Bank Act, our accountability and transparency that we are taking these steps.
And meanwhile, President Anura Kumara Dissanayake emphasized that Sri Lanka can enhance its position in the global market through a robust new production development strategy, which will also create a new market opportunity. He made these remarks today during the official launch of the National Initiative for R&D Commercialization held at the Presidential Secretariat. As a part of this initiative, the newly developed website nirdc.gov.lk is also launched. The platform aims to facilitate the commercialization of research and development, thereby contributing to sustainable economic growth through the production of value-added goods and services, which will ultimately drive national economic development and social progress. To support this effort, the National Initiative for R&D Commercialization has been established, chaired jointly by the Secretary to the President, Dr. Nandika Sanat Kumar Naika, and the Senior Advisor to the President, Professor Gomika Udugamasuriya. This initiative includes a committee comprising experts from diverse fields such as scientific research, industry, economics, law, arts and indigenous heritage. During the event, President Dissanayake highlighted that while human need remains constant, the methods of fulfilling those needs evolve. He noted that innovation and new product development are key to shaping those new methods. Addressing past shortcomings, the President observed that Sri Lanka's outdated approach to technology and innovation has hindered its ability to compete in the global market. Despite technological advancements driving a shift in global market trends, Sri Lanka remains trapped in traditional sectors like tea, coconut and rubber. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake said that despite Sri Lanka's abundance of natural resources, there has been limited focus on utilizing research to generate economic benefits. He said that, however, with the new government in place, a significant number of local and international investors have shown keen interest in investing in Sri Lanka. He added that the government aims to capitalize on this momentum by efficiently managing investments to spur economic growth without delay. The President said that Sri Lanka's outdated approach to technology and innovation has hindered its ability to compete in the global market. President Dissanayake further underscored that globally leading companies have succeeded by integrating innovation with technology, noting that 5 out of the world's top 10 companies are technology-based. He pointed out that Sri Lanka's past neglect of technology as a key economic driver, contrasting it with developed countries that prioritized technological advancements and achieved significant economic growth. The President concluded by stating that the eradication of poverty is essential not only to eliminate social suffering, but also to restore the rights of marginalized communities. He asserted that through innovation, the rural poor can be empowered by ensuring their right to economic participation and access to information, which will ultimately improve their quality of life. Senior Advisor to the President, Professor Gomika Udugamasuriya, said that up to now, research and development outcomes in Sri Lanka have not been effectively integrated into the economy, and he said that under the new program, efforts will be directed towards commercializing R&D, enabling economic growth and fostering social development to build a sustainable economy.
India has converted over $100 million of loans to Sri Lanka. In support of strengthening Sri Lanka's financial stability, the overall value of financial grants from India exceeds $780 million. Meanwhile, under the invitation of President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is ready to start an official visit to Sri Lanka. Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Santosh Jha, says this tour will take place in the upcoming months. The Indian High Commissioner has convened a special media briefing in Colombo yesterday with the aim of clarifying its policy program with regards to Sri Lanka. The High Commissioner said this move has brought India's total grant assistance to Sri Lanka to $780 million, with completed projects accounting for $390 million, ongoing initiatives amounting to $200 million, and committed grant projects in the pipeline stand at nearly $180 million. The total value of new assistance overall stands at $391 million. The High Commissioner points out that India will not influence Sri Lanka over any matter. He added that the proposed ECTA agreement should be passed after lengthy discussions between the two countries.
And meanwhile, the World Health Organization states that the virus spreading in China at present is a normal influenza virus. The Health Promotion Bureau says that it is normal to spread such an influenza virus at the end of each year. Consultant Dr. Chintana Perera said that the majority of cases recorded in China are influenza cases. He said that then the patients infected with rhinovirus. He added that after the cases of respiratory syncytial virus, he further says that then the controversial metapneumovirus cases. He also said that this is usually a normal influenza existing throughout the globe. Consultant physician Dr. Chintana Perera said that disease also have been reported in Sri Lanka earlier. He said that but it is not a new disease or virus. He added that as reported by the World Health Organization, it is usually spreading on the northern hemisphere during the winter season. He said that this is a normal disease with symptoms of fever and flu recovered within a few days.
The police says that the deadline given to remove unnecessary accessories causing harm to passenger safety has been extended for a period of 3 months. Police media spokesman, Senior Superintendent of Police Buddhika Manatunga made these remarks at a press briefing held today. Police media spokesman Buddhika Manatunga said that representatives of private bus owners made a request to extend 2 weeks deadline up to 3 months to remove the unnecessary decorative parts of buses or to make them legal quality. He said that accordingly the IGP has extended the deadline up to a period of 3 months, and he added that within this period the bus owners can adjust such accessories according to the legal framework. He also said that if this matter is not properly done, the police will take legal actions against such bus owners after the deadline.
Prime Minister Dr. Haruni Amarasuri says that Parliament debate will be held on the 21st and 22nd of this month to address the importance of Clean Sri Lanka program and the alternative social views in this regard. She made these remarks addressing the Parliament today. Prime Minister Dr. Haruni Amarasuri said that Sri Lankan citizens gave a mandate to this government expecting a deep transformation. She said that when the government take measures to meet this end, challenges erupt, and she added that there may be opposition groups. She further said that this is the reality. She also said that however the government will never give into this agenda of minor groups that are against the transformation. Dr. Haruni Amarasuri said that we represent the general public and respect the mandate given by them. The Prime Minister said that as a government, we are ready to face any challenge in continuing this program. She said that this social change, it is essential not only the participation of political authority, but also the participation of the general public. She added that this program is included with ethical and social values. She further said that this is not a change only occurring in a single entity or two. She also said that this is an overall social change. The Premier said that changes should be made in how we interact each other and how we care for others. She also said that these changes are not rapid and they take some time since it is a process.
The Parliamentary Committee on Public Finance granted approval to 3 regulations and an order. The proposal was made yesterday at the Parliamentary Committee chaired by Parliamentarian Harsha De Silva. Officials were instructed to submit a report on the issues pertaining to the quality of imported goods under the Import and Export Control Act. In addition, a separate report on the procedures for quality control measures and certifications applied to import goods before they are distributed to the market was also requested. Considering the provisions of the Payments and Settlements Systems Act, the Parliamentary Committee requested the committee officials whether sufficient information has been gathered regarding the activities of Undial and Hawala money exchangers and whether measures have been implemented to prevent potential consequences. The officials responded by stating that Undial and Hawala exchangers have been informed to register with the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Accordingly, the committee approved the relevant regulations.
Veteran journalist Lasantha Vikramatunga's 16th death anniversary falls today. A commemoration program was held before his grave at the Boralla General Cemetery. Lasantha Vikramatunga played a significant role as a senior journalist in Sri Lanka until his assassination. Parliamentarians Dr. Harsha De Silva and Ravi Karunanayaka and several others were present at this occasion. Parliamentarian Dr. Harsha De Silva said that they forced all the previous governments to find out the responsible person for Lasantha's death for over 16 years. He said that we believe that at least this government will reveal the truth of why Lasantha was killed and who the responsible persons are. He added that not only Lasantha, many others were killed in their attempt to speak the truth. He further said that therefore they would like to remind the need to find out the culprits and take legal actions against them. Dr. Harsha De Silva said that Lasantha and others faced this tragic situation in their attempt to appear for the general public.
The 126th birth anniversary of the late Prime Minister SWRD Bandaranaike was held today in front of the Bandaranaike statue at the Golface Green. Chief incumbent of the Attanagala Rajamahaviharaya, Venerable Pannila Ananda Thera, delivered the religious observances. Former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga and Sunitra Bandaranaike first made floral tributes to the statue. Then former President Maithripala Sirisena and former Speaker Karujai Surya made floral tributes. Leaders of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and representatives of the organizations affiliated to the SLFP also conducted floral tributes to the Bandaranaike statue. In response to the questions raised by journalists, former President Maithripala Sirisena said that he has not retired from politics. He added that he is still a member of Sri Lanka Freedom Party and that since the party was not functioning during the past period, he said that his supporters contested the last general election under the Sarva Janavala Party. He further said that the SLFP's problem is still before the courts and that as a member he would support any leader who takes the responsibility of the SLFP.
And meanwhile, a Bosnian national with contraband of cocaine worth around 97 million rupees has been arrested by Sri Lanka Customs at the Bandaranaike International Airport. The officials of the Narcotics Control Unit of Sri Lanka Customs said that the contraband was found hidden with 114 food brushes in the luggage of 66-year-old suspect. 2.759 kilograms of cocaine was found during the search. Customs officials reported that suspect had travelled from Colombia, arriving in Sri Lanka via Qatar.
The Gem Sri Lanka 2025 Gem and Jewellery Exhibition was inaugurated this morning at the Cinnamon Benthody Beach Hotel under the patronage of President Anrukumar Dissanayake. Organized annually by the Chinese Fort Gem and Jewellery Traders Association, the exhibition will be open to the public from today until the 10th of January. Following the opening, President Dissanayake toured the exhibition booths and engaged in discussions with industry stakeholders, addressing challenges faced by gem and jewellery manufacturers whilst fostering a friendly dialogue with them. This year's exhibition features 103 booths and has attracted a significant number of both local and international buyers, highlighting the event's global appeal. Minister Sunil Handunetti, Chairman of the National Gem and Jewellery Authority Naveen Suryarachi and several others were present at this occasion.
The senior vice president of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, Shohei, had read a courtesy call on Prime Minister Dr. Haruni Amarasurya at the Parliament complex. During the meeting, Hara extended JICA's commitment to supporting the nation's development priorities. Key areas of discussion included debris restructuring, the completion of the Bandaranaike International Airport expansion project, and potential avenues for enhanced collaboration between the two countries. Prime Minister Dr. Amara Surya expressed her appreciation for Japan's support and reaffirmed the government's focus on poverty alleviation, digitalization, and the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. Additional Secretary to the Prime Minister Sagurika Bogavatta, Ambassador of Japan Akio Izomata, and several representatives of Japanese embassy were also present at this occasion. The Chinese Foundation for Rural Development has donated a stock of school equipment for the students of primary education in Sri Lanka. He donated has been under the Panda Pack project. Thereby, 5,000 bags with school equipment are to be distributed. Chinese Ambassador to Sri Lanka Si Shanghong symbolically donated them to the Deputy Minister Dr. Madhura Seneviratne yesterday.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says that the health service will be developed through 5 major streams within the next 3 years. Aim of this move is to provide a quality, excellent and formal health services to the people continuously. The Minister made this comments participating at an event to appoint members to the Ayurvedic Medical Council. The Minister distributed the relevant appointment letters at the Ayurvedic Department in Navin recently. There are 23 members in the Ayurvedic Medical Council, and the first session was held under the patronage of the Minister.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that the government expects to develop health service throughout 5 major streams. Within the next 3 years, he said that the first move is to strengthen the primary health service. He added that the Western medical system, allopathic system and the indigenous medical system have already been achieving a significant contribution for the primary health service. He further said that, however, the entire necessity has not been properly achieved through these means. He also said that we expect to provide primary health service to citizens from a medical center within a short distance of about 3 kilometers from the respective residences. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that the second move is to build up secondary and tertiary health systems. The government also expects to popularize health tourism texture. This is a positive way to generate foreign exchange. And also, the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka says that an automatic system will be introduced to prevent selling substandard communication equipment. The Director General of the Commission, Air Vice Marshal Bandula Herath, told the media that the system will be implemented before the end of this month. Director General of the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission, Air Vice Marshal Bandula Herath, said that one of the major responsibilities of the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission is to prevent the unscrupulous traders who sell substandard communication equipment to consumers and to bring them to book. He added that to make them objectives a success, the Commission expects to implement an automatic system at the end of this month. He said that the general public of the country will be properly enlightened on this matter and actions will be taken to prevent the sale of illegally imported low-quality mobile phones. He further said that the final objective is to prevent mobile phone arriving in the island in illegal methods and to take legal actions against errant businessmen in pursuant to the clause number 21 of the Sri Lanka Telecommunications Act. Now let's move on to some few more local news items in brief. Fertilizer was distributed among the farmers in the Vavuniya district yesterday under the government's fertilizer subsidy program. Accordingly, 30,000 metric tons of fertilizer was distributed at 9 agrarian service centres in the district. 25,235 hectares of paddy lands have been cultivated in the Vavuniya district in this Maha season. Kathankudi police have arrested 97 suspects in connection with the crimes and emergency raids conducted within the Kathankudi police division. Accordingly, 10 persons who sold Kerala cannabis and iced narcotics, 60 suspects of producing and selling illegal drugs, and 27 persons who committed offences of high-speed driving and many other crimes are among the arrestees. The 25th Mass Media Excellence Awarding Ceremony was held in Colombo yesterday. This has been jointly organized by the Sri Lanka Press Council and the Sri Lanka Editors Guild. All the newspaper publishers in Sinhala, Tamil and English media during the year 2023 were considered for these awards. Certificates and awards were presented to the journalists who have shown their excellent skills in numerous sections. Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media Consultant Dr. Anil Jayasinghe, Professor Savitri Gunasekara and many other invitees participated in this occasion. A couple have died from a fall from a three-wheeler at Madhavali area in Matale. Madhavali police says that 3 persons have been injured and admitted to the hospital. The victims are among a group who was returning home after attending a funeral in Millavara area. Police suspects that a boulder had fallen onto the three-wheeler, causing this tragedy. That's it on local stories. Stay tuned with international news after this break.
Kutumi, Santamai.
Welcome back with international stories. And 3 out of control wildfires are raging in the suburbs of Los Angeles. More than 1,400 firefighters are now working to contain the blaze. The fires are encroaching from the north and the west. Thousands of residents have been told to flee. Authorities say that there is no possibility of bringing the fire under control. Yet, as the Santa Ana winds and dry weather conditions worsen the situation in the upscale Pacific Palisades area, a well-known high school which features in many Hollywood films and counts celebrities among its alumni have reportedly caught fire. Several schools in Los Angeles have been closed today due to the fires and high winds in the area. And also, the rescuers in the freezing high-altitude Tibet region in western China searched a second day for remaining victims of a deadly earthquake that struck nearly a holy city of Tibetan Buddhists before shifting their focus to resettling the survivors. More than 10 quilts, stoves and other relief items were being delivered today to people whose homes were uninhabitable and unsafe. Temperatures fallen below the freezing overnight in an area with an average altitude of about 4,200 meters. In video aired by state broadcaster CCTV, workers could be seen erecting rows of tents with metal frames and stakes after nightfall yesterday. Men's temporary shelter, they will be lined with quilted paddy to keep out the cold, and the workers distributed packaged food items to the shelter occupants. Genuine blue wheat jackets and the other orange uniforms. They confirmed their toll stood at 126 with another 188 injured as of yesterday evening, and no further updates were issued during today. Hong Lee, the director of Tibet's Emergency Management Department, told late afternoon the news conference that their work had shifted from search and rescue to resettlement and reconstruction.
Prima Kutumi, Santamai.
And in your sports news tonight, New Zealand won the second one-day international against Sri Lanka by 113 runs today.
And accordingly, they sealed their series win 2-0. The match was played at the Seddon Park Cricket Stadium in Hamilton. Since rain disturbed the match, each innings was restricted to 37 overs, and winning the toss, Sri Lanka decided to field first. Accordingly, openers Will Young and Rachin Ravindra started the new Sri Lanka innings. Rachin Ravindra made 112 runs partnership from the second wicket with Mark Champion. This is the first time Niv, the New Zealand left-handed batsman, recorded 100 runs partnership in an ODI against Sri Lanka. Rachin Ravindra scored his fourth half-century with 79 runs. Mark Chapman scored his second half-century with 62 runs. In bowling, Mahesh Deekshita claimed a hat-trick today. This is the first time the ODI hat-trick, and this is the 7th Sri Lankan bowler to achieve this goal. New Zealand team scored 255 runs for 9 wickets in their 37 overs.
Width and picks it out, good catch too. He's top edged it, first ball, and that's caught. He does, he's got it, it's up in the air, get under it, get under it, get under it, you beauty! Hat trick! Oh, he goes for a wicket and it nearly cost him 4, that needed to be a yard either side. O'Rourke knows it, the head goes up at an end. And
Chasing a target of 256 runs, Sri Lanka were all out for 142 runs in 30.2 overs. New Zealand bowlers captured the first 4 wickets of Sri Lanka team only for 22 runs. The highest scorer for Sri Lanka, Kamithu Bendis, recorded his second ODI half-century with 64 runs. New Zealand bowler with Overiki claimed 3 wickets on the third and final match of the series is scheduled to start at 6:30 am on the 11th of this month in Auckland. And with that sports update, we'll be wrapping up tonight news, which is tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita signing off with Khasuni. Stay safe and good night.
Good night.